They are making a difference on 938 Live.
A Better World for Children is two events with one vision of creating a better world for all children, including those who are not born in Singapore. It's happening at the end of January and the beginning of February and will present speakers who are passionate for this cause. One of the speakers at the event is Belinda Lee, a celebrity goodwill ambassador with World Vision. She tells us more about her recent Nepal trip.
It was an awesome trip. I had a chance to meet my sponsored child. Her name is Pramila. And we climbed about 4 hours. Yeah, we did trekking for about 4 hours to go, to her house. It was extremely challenging because the terrain itself was quite difficult. And, I had a lot of people who were trekking for the very first time as well. So it was challenging but very, very fun and very fulfilling. The funny thing about the trip was when I went to the airport and when I was on my way to Nepal, I was extremely excited. And even when I was climbing up the mountains, I had some of our, Nepalese colleagues who were with us. They were playing, their Bollywood music, and it was really nice. And, it motivated me to keep climbing. But the funny thing is, once I got up there, I had a chance to talk to Pramila and her family and, the rest of the people who are living high up in the mountains. The very next day when I had to make my way down back to the city, they were playing the same music, but it was a totally different spirit altogether. I did not feel as excited as before anymore. In fact, I came back down with a very heavy heart. I came back down with a huge burden. So, and I think everyone knew it because I was extremely quiet. I was physically exhausted, but I think emotionally I was drained. I was wiped out.
Why was that?
Because of what I saw, what I heard, what I knew that made me feel this way. That's why I came back with a huge burden, thinking. Suddenly I realized that, as a child sponsor, right? You do a monthly contribution. So I've come to realize that it actually is not enough at all. My monthly contribution just didn't seem enough anymore. I felt like I needed to do a lot more. I needed to contribute a lot more because Pramila, this beautiful girl, she is my sponsored child, and I actually felt responsible for her. It's a very funny feeling. It's like you need to be part of the sponsorship to be able to understand what I'm feeling and what I'm talking about,
So you came up close with some of the issues that you are trying to fight by being a child sponsor. Which ones affected you the most?
I think everything affected me, from speaking to some of these children because they are of a different, they call it a different class if I'm not wrong. That's why they are considered an outcast in Sinduli. Sinduli is a very poor part of Nepal, and and it's sometimes it's very, very challenging to get for these people, especially the children, to receive proper education, proper sanitization, proper food even, and many of them have to suffer. Like they do farming. But, whatever food that they have farmed, it is only enough for them to survive on it for about 9 months. And for the rest of the 3-4 months, they would have to go hungry. It's very, very difficult to know the truth, the hard truth about of how they live, and it's still happening in this day and age. That these people whom I talked to, whom I interacted with, whom I took pictures with, it's very heartbreaking to know that they have to go hungry for so many months. Before going to Nepal, I was very big on education, right? Our children, they need to receive at least basic education to help them advance in life. But I've realized that without food, without proper nutrition, education is not going to solve the problem of poverty.
Beyond sharing your story and your experience from this past trip, what do you hope to achieve as the Celebrity Goodwill Ambassador for World Vision?
I think it is very important to bring a message of hope and encouragement. Many people, they hear a lot about World Vision, or they hear a lot about child sponsorship, but they don't really know much about it. I remember when I came back to Singapore, I did some postings. It was my own posting. World Vision didn't ask me to do it. I just posted about my trip, some of my experiences. And, I was very, very touched when I had many people commenting, and asking me about how they could help, how they could contribute. So I realized that there are many, many kind souls out there in Singapore who have this desire to help, who have this desire to want to do their part for the society, to pay it forward. But somehow they don't really know what to do, and they have not really found someone whom they can feel a close or deep connection with, to want to do social impact work together. So I'm very, very grateful that I've been given this opportunity to be the face of World Vision, because at least there is one channel. Right now there is this one channel that people can go to, and they can actually do charity work with me. There are a few plans right now for 2015, apart from being a goodwill ambassador for World Vision. And my way of trying to do more for them right now, apart from just, giving my monthly contribution to help Pramila and the rest of the children in Nepal, I really hope that I'm able to start like a social club, like a social welfare club, where I can really attract many like-minded people to participate in this club, so that together we can brainstorm as a club, as a group, to come up with ideas, creative ideas, or we can start planning trips or events or activities that we can do together as a group, so that we can help to impact the lives of other people, whether they are from World Vision or they are from other charity organizations in Singapore. As long as there is a help, there is a need, we'll try our very best as a social club to meet their needs, as one united family, So because I feel that as a celebrity, as an artist, I should not just I should use what I have, my influence as an artist to have a positive influence on people, not just just be an actress or be a host, but I really want to be a voice for the voiceless, for the abandoned, for the wounded, for the depressed.
And that was Belinda Lee, Celebrity Goodwill Ambassador to World Vision, who will be speaking at the event A Better World for Children. This has been They Are Making a Difference. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Daphne Lim.
They are making a difference on 938 Live.